Hello, I'm Anna Legrand.
My name's Donna Ellis.
I'm Mary Conklin.
My name is Jacob Griffith-Gardner.
My name is John Mahoney.
I'm Johnny Guajado.
My name is Rosa Rodales.
Bruce Grezik Jr.
I'm Leanne Pont.
I'm Joan Allen.
My name is Carol Quish.
I'm Sarah Bailey.
Jason Henderson.
My name is Dawn Pettinelli.
My name is Joe Bonelli. I'm an Associate Extension Educator here in the Department of Extension in the College of Agriculture, Health, and Natural Resources. The agriculture team is made up of a real cross-section of faculty and staff within the college. It's made up of educators that work with farmers on a whole host of areas, including livestock, vegetable production, fruit production, food safety, aquaculture in the college.
IPM, or Integrated Pest Management, is a science-based way to manage plant pests. These can be insects, weeds such as invasive plants, diseases, any kind of problem that affects plants in an agricultural setting, but also can be a problem in a backyard garden. And with IPM, we learn to monitor our plant pest population. We offer management suggestions to help them grow healthy plants, but also to keep the safe and clean and sustainable.
There's a new demand for more options in terms of pest management, trying to do more ecologically based pest management, and to meet that demand we need new alternatives. What you see here are colonies of the brown marmorated stingbug. It's a very serious pest in fruit crops and also in vegetables. These egg masses are set out in the field so that we can kind of hunt for beneficial insects that will attack them, and that's a good way for us to be able to detect what type of natural enemies can attack the brown marmorated stingbug.
In the past 10 years, growers have been using more biologically based pest management strategies. A long learning curve is common with this pest management approach. So I've been working with growers with a hands-on program where I go out to visit their greenhouses every 2 weeks or so during the season.
First of all, I really deeply appreciate everything extension agents do for us as farms. I think the only way agriculture can be strong in this state is if we all do a really good job at it. The Greenhouse IPM program has greatly improved the quality of what I'm growing. When we were kind of way behind, at least I think we were, and using what we had always done, and what we've switched to through Leanne's generous help has been more modern techniques that really just help us have a really nice overall product, which helps the customer get a better product. So that works out for all of us.
The fruit industry is a major industry in the state of Connecticut, and there are many people getting into it on the organic side, particularly with berries. I work with the commercial fruit growers across the state, as well as those who are involved in fruit production as allied industries. I work with the growers on integrated pest management, on cultural practices to produce the best fruit that they can. This is for tree fruit as well as berries. I also work with the master gardeners, training them so they can answer homeowner questions.
Master Gardener program provides horticultural education and information for the consumer gardener in Connecticut. We train about 200 folks a year, and those folks, after their training, which is a basic broad-based horticultural training, then go out in the community and help the community with things like community gardens, working with museum gardens, working with kids, a lot of school garden work, and they're also available to answer questions of the average homeowner.
Today we had a lady come in with a tick, and she wanted it ID'd. Was it a deer tick or was it a wood tick? And luckily for her, it was a wood tick. So people bring us insects for identification. They can find them out in the wild. They can find them on their plants, and if it's a plant problem, we can solve it. If they just want to know what that insect is, we tell them. People bring us plant material. If your tomatoes have a spot on it, we can identify it, tell what it is. We can tell you how to grow plants. Basically, people call with all kinds of plant and pest questions, and we solve them.
So right now I've been working on some leaf spot diseases, some nutrient problems, and also some root rot problems. And it's really important to diagnose plant problems accurately, which is where the importance or value of the diagnostic lab comes in. And the reason for that is because once you know the exact cause of the problem, you can implement appropriate control strategies.
My outreach and research programs are predominantly focused on the golf course industry here in Connecticut, also athletic fields as well. So, so I work really closely with those growers to help manage certain diseases. These are actually leaf blades that are infested with Vaccinia, a fungus that causes rust. It can infect the leaf blades, and if left uncontrolled, or if it's very conducive conditions, the rust can actually result in the defoliation of the plant.
One of the biggest challenges with managing turf without pesticides is deciphering what is science-based and what's anecdotal. A lot of people feel if they're managing organically or pesticide-free that they need to be using leaf compost or another type of compost in terms of soil amendment to increase quote-unquote soil health. If they're used incorrectly or too much, we can cause an over-fertilization of nitrogen and phosphorus. One of our big issues is teaching turfgrass managers on how to use this correctly.
To make the growers more sustainable, plant nutrition is one of the most important things to manage, because excess nutrients are not only good for the plant, but they're not good for the environment either. So a lot of what I do program-wise is to help the growers develop nutrition programs. We do a lot of formal programs on nutrition, and we also do a lot of one-on-one training with the farmers on teaching them how to do their own nutrition program. And then I also work a little bit with the Soils Lab. They do a lot of the nutrient analysis, and then they send me the nutrient analysis, and I help the farmer develop their own nutrient programs that's tailored to that specific farmer.
The UConn Soil Testing Lab offers soil fertility testing to home gardeners as well as commercial fruit and vegetable growers, and also to people that need recommendations for hay and silage corn for their farm animals. And the lab we make environmental friendly recommendations, and this is especially important for some nutrients like phosphorus and potassium and nitrogen, because if they're over applied, they can pollute our ground and surface waters.
We're working with some students who are in my independent study project, and they are weighing and body condition scoring horses, and we hope to share this knowledge with horse owners through outreach, giving different talks and presentations, creating a poster at scientific meetings, and bringing it to activities like our cornucopia that we have. So that's kind of what we're doing here today. And independent study students also work with me on outreach projects like the 4-H horse project.
The primary research project right now is actually the one that's right behind me. It's the propagation of sweet fern. What we're kind of testing is whether or not young shoots that have been emerged and forced after a rhizome has been cut and put into cold treatment, if forced young shoots can be rooted using auxin treatments or formadin treatments, because we know mature shoots don't root well, but we're hoping that the younger tissue will still have some plasticity in its ability to re-differentiate.
So my research is focused on breeding improved Aronia for commercial fruit production here in the U.S. So Aronia is a multi-stem deciduous shrub. It's native to North America, and it produces these fruits that are about the size of a blueberry. And these fruits are very high in polyphenolic compounds that have high antioxidant activity. So the objective of our breeding program is to improve Aronia and to increase its genetic diversity, but also specifically focus on its fruit quality traits so they can be freshly consumed.
So the extension has been serving in Connecticut as well as the entire country, by the way. Extension is national, and so extension is in all of our land-grant universities, and it's been serving the public in the public good now for well over 100 years, and we hope to continue for another 100 years.